Tornado so far, 85-mile-per-hour winds. You see the damage behind me. Very typical of what I call a rope tornado. Very thin, but where they hit, you get the typical gutter, shingle, roofing damage.
That was John Gordon with Louisville's National Weather Service confirming Tuesday night's tornado in southern Indiana. A handful of homes in Perry Crossing were damaged.
Jim Stratman and photojournalist Paul Landers are out in the First Alert Storm Team weather base this morning, just kind of checking out some of the damage and the current conditions. Jim, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Grace and Eric. Out here, the conditions will so much more improved from what we saw overnight and a couple of nights ago. It is pretty much dry or drying out here. We're not seeing a lot of rain falling down. We are taking a look at some of what's left over as far as the damage goes. I'll take you outside of our First Alert weather beast. We're inside the Perry Crossing neighborhood. You'll recognize this as the area that we were at yesterday, taking a look at the storm damage from the tornado that touched down in this area. This house, in fact, that you're looking at had significant damage. We know that I saw trees knocked over at one point, lots of roof damage here, and insulation just strewn all over the place when we were out here yesterday morning. And that was something that we saw really contained to this area of Perry Crossing. The National Weather Service confirmed that an EF0 tornado touched down. So what you saw was very typical with an EF0 tornado, lots of roof and gutter damage. Now, one Perry Crossing homeowner that we spoke to, Terry Matern, described how the tornado picked up part of a fence in the backyard and sent it flying straight through one of his walls.
As soon as we stepped in the storage room, it was just a loud boom and crack, crack. Two pieces of that fence ended up slamming into the house, and the one piece went right through that wall.
Now, other neighbors that we spoke to described things like blown out windows and, again, lots of roof damage. That was a common thing that we saw associated with this tornado. Now, Clark County Emergency Management told us that 24 homes in the county sustained damage from these storms. Thankfully, only 2 of those sustained what they were calling major damage. But the cleanup will again continue today after the storms move through overnight. Didn't see a lot of more damage out here, which they're going to be grateful for, so the cleanup process can really kind of continue today. Grace, Eric?
Jim, thank you. This morning, Metro Police are searching for a suspect after a man was shot and killed in Butyl. Officers responded to the shooting around 3:30 yesterday on Coram Way. That's off Faganbush, close to Bill Collins Ford. They found a man with gunshot wounds who died at the scene. If you know anything about the shooting, you are asked to call the anonymous tip line. That number is 574-LMPD.
5 minutes after 6 now, the director of Metro Housing, Elizabeth Strojan, wants to tear down Dosker Manor. That's the plan she presented last night to the Metro Council. The senior living complex has been plagued by poor living conditions and security issues, which have been highlighted over the past few months. So Strojan says even if the complex isn't demolished, it's still time to relocate the people who live there.
It's not just the apartments, it's the building systems, it's the common spaces, it's the fact that there's 2 elevators serving a building with 232 people, and if one of the elevators goes out, that's an emergency. So it is, again, not ideal to substantially rehabilitate. Our best option, we believe, is to demolish the existing buildings.
The Metro Housing Authority is already talking to residents about relocation and how that would work. Strojan's push to demolish the apartment complex is just a suggestion at this point. Louisville Metro and the Federal Housing and Urban Development Agency would have to agree.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of one-bedroom units and efficiency units, and that is something that we have a shortage of in the city of Louisville. It's also a population that's going to need a lot of support.
Now, we've spoken to people living there about mold, bed bugs, maintenance issues, and a complete lack of security at the complex. The Housing Authority says it's working to address those issues.
Several JCPS principals are drawing criticism after showing up at the most recent school board meeting and openly opposing the new start time plan. The board approved a plan creating 3 start times for next year, 7:30, 8:40, and 9:40. Principals, seen here all wearing red, spoke out against it. Then in an open letter to school and district leaders, longtime board member Chris Kolb said board decisions will be unpopular with many people. He wrote, quote, "There is no way around this, and pretending like there is some other magical path the board could choose, as many of you have done, is simply absurd, destructive, and not in good faith." He He goes on to say, in part, "I certainly hope you commit yourself to work together and to innovate in ways that benefit the greatest number of students possible." Colt voted against the change, saying it didn't adhere closely enough to research on school start times.
An investment to make Kentucky a future hub for electric battery production reached another milestone. Officials revealed the completed Blue Oval SK Training Center in Hardin County. Elizabethtown Community and Technical College will operate the new facility and hopes to train 5,000 people to work at the battery park before it opens next year. The 42,000 square foot facility will start welcoming students in the next few weeks.